So guys, this is worksheet 14. Question number 1 is, the graph below represents y-axis velocity of an object as a function of time. Which of the following could be reasonable description for its motion? Take y-axis as positive. So if we directly see the graph, velocity versus time ग्राफ है. अगर इस पे स्ट्रेट लाइन ग्राफ होता तो वो यूनिफॉर्म एक्सेलरेशन का केस होता, बट अभी जो पार्ट है वो कर्व दे रखा है. सो दिस इज नॉट द यूनिफॉर्म एक्सेलरेशन केस, दिस इज अ नॉन यूनिफॉर्म acceleration, right? And this was some initial velocity at this point of time, and this velocity has increased, so this is a acceleration in upward direction. Now at this point, at 2 seconds, it has some velocity, and that velocity is increasing with time, right? Velocity is decreasing with time. It means the body is still going in the same direction, but its speed is decreasing. So there is no return at 2 seconds, but still it is going in the same direction. And at 6 seconds, the velocity of the particle will become 0. So from this analysis, we can see A option has constant rate, B option has constant rate of acceleration in upward direction, which is not possible. C has non-constant rate of acceleration, but accelerate downward till it hit the ground. Means it is saying that at 6 seconds the velocity is 0, but it hit the ground, which is not the case because body has not returned so far. So the answer will be D only. It has non-uniform acceleration and acceleration downward until it reaches the highest point at t equals to 6 seconds. 6 seconds is the highest point. Okay. In question number 2, there is a position. This is the position time graph given. Which of the following is correct statements is an R? Means there is more than one correct options. Okay. Now it says the average velocity between A and B. Here it is A and here it is B. Average velocity will be obtained by joining the line between A and B. This is the slope, is less than the instantaneous velocity at B. So you have to draw tangent at B, right? This is the tangent at B. Okay. So if I ask you which one is greater, 1 or 2, so the answer will be 1 has more slope than 2, right? And xt graph का जो slope होता है वही velocity होता है. So this first statement is true now. At B, the velocity is more than the average velocity between A and B. Okay, so this is correct statement. Coming to the B part, average velocity B and D. B is here and D is here. So average velocity is 0 because the displacement is 0. This is same position. Is equals to the instantaneous velocity at C. नहीं हो सकता है. Okay, sorry. हो सकता है because instantaneous velocity at C is horizontal and that is also 0, right? So B is also correct. Average velocity is 0 and instantaneous velocity at C is also 0. Direction of average velocity from A to D. See, this is A to D and direction will be given in this direction. So जो displacement होता है वही direction होता है. Okay, is opposite to the instantaneous velocity at D. So in option C, the instantaneous velocity is given by the tangent at D, which is negative slope, while the average velocity has a positive slope, right? So the directions are opposite to each other. Okay, so C will also be correct option. Average velocity in the interval A to C, ठीक है ना, this one, A to C, is less than the average velocity in the interval A to D. So A to D has small slope and A to C has larger slope, and therefore the average velocity in AC is more than that of AD. So D is a wrong option. So this question number 3, it is a race between turtle and rabbit, and what we see from the graph, that turtle has started at some point. So at t equals to 0, rabbit has started from the origin x equals to 0, but turtle has started a little ahead, right? Also we can see from this graph that the turtle has started at t equals to 0, but rabbit took some more time to start. So rabbit started a little late. Also what we see, while the turtle is moving, its slope is giving the velocity. Rabbit starts with some velocity which is higher than the velocity of the turtle. Then it took some rest at this position. X is not changing here. And then again it start moving, which is again higher speed than the turtle, right? Now from this observation, the option A is correct. At the beginning, turtle was ahead of that of rabbit. Rabbit began to move certain time later as compared to turtle. Yes, it is. There was an interval of time when the rabbit was taking rest. Yes, at this position. When the rabbit was in motion, the speed was greater than that of turtle. Yes, that is also true, because in both the cases the slope is higher. So in this paragraph 1 to 4, body starts on a straight path, and start point is x equals to 10. Okay, and the motion has been plotted on xt graph like this. What we observe in this, it is started but moving down, so acceleration on the negative side. Okay, then it stops at point B, then again it return back, means at velocity B, at B the velocity is 0. Then A is the point where it is accelerated, velocity is also positive and acceleration is also positive. DE is the point where it is stopping, A is negative but V is positive. F is the point where velocity is 0, G is the point where velocity is 0, and so on. This is how we read it. After I, it has stopped, and so it is not moving after I, right? So in question number 4, at t equals to 0, the particle was moving in negative x-axis, and the observer start his stopwatch. And yes, this is the answer, because at t equals to 0, you see the slope is negative, so velocity is negative initially. So we don't need to see all other options, because this is correct. B option says positive velocity. No, it is not. Starting from origin. No, it is starting from 10. Positive velocity again. No, it is not. In question number 5, the speed of the particle. Option A says B to F. See, from B to F, so its velocity is increasing and then start decreasing. Okay, so first increases and then decreases in this interval. So this is correct option. First increases then decreases in D to F. D to F. No, it is continuously decreasing. So there is no first increase and then decrease. Always increase from H to I. H to I में इसका speed लगातार बढ़ता जा रहा है. No, because H to I is a constant acceleration, constant straight line. So it's a case of uniform motion, and therefore speed would be constant. It's not increasing, right? And decreasing from F to G. F to G, it is decreasing. Answer is no. It is first increasing on the negative side, then decrease on the negative side. So A is the only option in this. Okay. Question number 6. The particle is changing its direction of motion at the instant corresponding to the point. See, those are B, F, and G, right? So B is the answer to this. Question number 7. What is the maximum acceleration in the shown VT graph? Okay. So on the VT graph, slope is highest. That means the acceleration will be highest. And clearly, this is the section where you see the slope is highest comparing to this one. Okay. So how much is the slope? So draw this. Find this height. This height is 20. And this base length is 10, and therefore acceleration is slope, that is dv upon dt, and it will be 20 upon 10, that is 2 meter per second square. This is the answer, maximum velocity. Okay, so in question number 8 now, a particle is moving on a straight line with velocity v and acceleration is given, right? So we have to choose the graph which represents the speed down, always speed down. Okay, now if we read first graph, here a is positive, v is also positive, so this will be speeding up. In this case you see v is negative, but a is positive, right? V is negative but a is positive, so this will be the answer. Here also you see a negative and v positive, right? V is here positive and a is here, which is negative side. So this is also in which speed is decreasing. And the fourth one is a is positive, v is positive, and therefore speed is increasing in this case. So the answer to this will be 2 and 3. So question number 9 is match the column. Column 1 and column 2 are given. Column 1 has xt graph and corresponding statement in column 2. So if we read A, what we see here, A is positive but V is negative. See the slope is negative, right? So this is the case of speed down and the particle is moving on negative direction. So A will be matching with S, speed down in negative direction. A का आंसर होगा S, ठीक है. B में क्या हो रहा है, A is positive and V is also positive, so it is speeding up in positive x axis, so P होगा इसका आंसर. Okay, what is happening in C? A is negative and V is positive. In this case slope is positive but that speed is decreasing, so speed is going down and moving in positive x axis, so Q will be the answer to this. In this case acceleration is 0, so T will be answer to D, uniform speed on the positive x axis. Now this question number 10 is again same as the previous one. Column 1 has x negative, V positive and A positive. So this will be in the section, this will be at point S now, because here the speed is going up, slope will be positive, A is also positive and x is negative because of time axis के नीचे है, so S will connect with A. Okay, B, x पॉजिटिव होना चाहिए, इसका मतलब P और Q में से कोई एक होगा. V निगेटिव होना चाहिए, इसका मतलब कि Q, क्योंकि स्लोप Q पे निगेटिव है, और A भी निगेटिव होना चाहिए, तो एक्चुअली P और Q दोनों के लिए ही A निगेटिव है, राइट. सो Q इज द आंसर टू दिस वन. C को देखें, X इज नेगेटिव, सो R और S में से होगा, S इज ऑलरेडी देयर, सो इट विल बी R. एंड V इज नेगेटिव, देखो R पे नेगेटिव स्लोप बन रहा है, सो R इज द आंसर टू दिस. And then obviously D will be corresponding to P, X be positive, V be positive, or acceleration negative.